every time Jason is talking about liking a girl, it's so gross.
But he's so genuine every single time. Like, at the very beginning.
At the beginning, yeah.
Why can't it be like, Lauren's so pretty? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Lauren's so hot.
She's so hot.
Did you hook up with her? No, but I want to. Like,
yeah, not yet.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Millennial TV and Season 2 of Laguna Beach. As always, we are your hosts, Candace, Adrienne, and Liz, and today we are recapping Laguna Beach Season 2, Episode 13, Boyfriends Are Like Purses. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention how much fun we've been having over on Instagram. If you don't know, the Millennial TV Instagram is really taking off. We do fun things like polls and posting our favorite outfits, and we also love chatting with you guys. Feel free to follow us there or on any of our other social media platforms. As always, they are going to be linked in the show notes. And just a side note, if you want to watch along with us every week before you listen, you can watch Laguna Beach on Paramount Plus in the US and CTV in Canada. Now let's talk this week's pop culture. All right, as our resident Swiftie, I have to talk about Taylor this week, of course. So Taylor Swift released her 11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department, on April 19th. And being Taylor Swift, she broke like every record possible because she's Taylor Swift. She broke Spotify's most pre-saved album record. She had 1.5 million first week sales. 700,000 of those copies were vinyl, which is actually insane. And I know Adrienne will have something to say about this, but because she releases different vinyl variants, her numbers get boosted.
Oh my god, we did have this conversation where I was trying to save Candace money.
I know. I do like to buy the variants, but I am a Taylor Swift collector, okay?
Wait, how many are there?
For the vinyls, I don't know because I don't collect the vinyls. I save myself from that. But for the CD, there's 4.
Oh my god.
Are there going to be more now with the bonus songs, or?
I don't know. So none of the physical copies have the double album on it, which
okay.
That's the other thing. The album, surprise, was a double. At 2 a.m. she dropped 15 more songs. So it's 31 altogether. And it was amazing for me. I don't know. I don't know how anybody else felt, but I was so excited. I was asleep when the 2 a.m. drop happened, but I woke up and I saw it and like freaked out and had to immediately go listen to all of them. It's a very lyric-driven album, which is totally her forte. It's a different album for her. It's very Lana Del Rey alternative vibes. All the songs have like alternative names, like My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, but Daddy, I Love Him. It's like really like storytelling. Okay. Adrienne is not a fan. But it's really storytelling, and she's always good at that. And a lot of fans are kind of split. Some are saying like it's just for the girlies who get it, like it's just kind of a Swifties only album, and others are saying that it's just a flop and not Taylor's best work. It's all a matter of opinion, of course. Personally, I'm stoked. I think it might be easier to get concert tickets if some of the bandwagoners hop off the wagon.
Ooh. Wait, does this mean that the concert that she's like on right now, is she going to be performing these songs?
So the theory is that she is actually going to be incorporating a couple of those songs and performing them. She just released some pictures from tour rehearsal, and it's stuff we haven't seen before.
Ooh.
So people are saying she's adding it, and I have total FOMO because I'm not going to any of these shows.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see those performances. I just think the craziest thing about this album is that we were completely gaslit by Joe Alwyn into thinking this album was going to be about him. When in reality, it's mostly about Maddie Healy.
I heard that, which I was like a bit confused about because that was such a short-lived relationship, but I guess it was like very pivotal.
So here's the thing. Maddie Healy and Taylor Swift go back to 2014.
How?
They met in 2014, and for a while they were like super into each other. She was wearing the 1975 merch in public. He was wearing the 1989 shirt, like on tour, on stage. They were seen together hanging out with like Selena Gomez and like some of his friends. But the rumor was that her parents were like, absolutely not, and shut it down because he is problematic at best.
Right.
And so they always kind of had this like I don't know, they're both songwriters. Taylor compares them both to like poets on the album. Like they're very like artists, like just artist minds. They got each other. She also points out that he likes alcohol and drugs. And so I think it was her first like real kind of bad boy, I guess. And she got burned. He ghosted her, according to the songs. So yeah, most of the album is Maddie Healy with a few songs thrown in for Joe and Travis Kelce. Maybe 2 songs are about Joe.
That's so funny.
I love that.
How embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
And they're not scathing in the way that he predicted either, which makes him commenting on it at all hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of like, I'm sad that we were together for 6 years and we didn't get married. Like, that's it. That's all it is. Like, you didn't want to marry me, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And that's it. And, like, there's nothing else to be said. So it's really interesting. Although if my name was Maddie Healy, I would probably be in hiding right now. It's like, if you know, you know. And if you don't, tell your Alexa to stream The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, and then you'll know. So a paparazzi caught up with him like a few days ago and asked him on camera, and he's like, he looks ridiculous. He's like covered up in his hoodie, and he just looks like, I don't know, like it's just so, like he's like walking somewhere, with his backpack on.
Oh my gosh.
The paparazzi's like, what do you think about your diss track? And he's like, my diss track? And he's like, on Taylor's new album. And he goes, I haven't really listened to it that much, but I'm sure it's good. And then just walks away. And it's like, interesting. Now, Joe's team released a statement that he has listened to the album and he was disappointed but not surprised. Which, like, still, why are you making the narrative about you?
Nobody cares.
He's disappointed that she didn't write about him a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, again, she is, you know, when she wants to come at you hard, she will come at you hard. Like, she has no shame in her game. And if I was him, I would be like, thank you for not, like, airing out any, first of all, things that weren't true or, like, dirty laundry. Like, you know, because no matter what, like, we're only going to hear Taylor Swift's side of it. So, like, she could say whatever she wants and we would be like, oh my God, what a douchebag, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of think that he should be thanking her a little bit, but I think he's just still so butthurt about everything, which is bizarre to me. But I love the entire album in its entirety, all 31 songs of it. Liz, I know you listened to the album.
I did, yes.
And what did you think?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I mean, and I'm a very loose Taylor Swift fan. Like, I know all of 1989 and then like sporadically songs here and there. So this was the first album since that I like listened to all the way through. And yeah, for the most part, I really liked it. And it made me feel like, okay, I have a lot of catching up to do because, you know, there are things that I don't know what the heck she's talking about and I want to now. So yeah.
That's the thing. It's just fun. Like, Taylor Swift is just fun. Like, the album releases are fun. It's like fun to like sit and think about what the songs are about and like try to decode stuff and like feel like a little like investigator. Like, it's just fun. Like, and like obviously like I like to think that I know what everything's about, but I don't know her personally, but I like to think that I like have a very good analysis of her songs, and it's fun. And I think people, you know, at this point, everybody really liked the last 3 albums, Folklore, Evermore, and Midnights, and obviously her Eras tour was absolutely huge. But I think people with this album kind of like expected that like poppy like midnight sound, and they popped this album in and they were like, what is this and why is it so wordy? And it's very lyric driven. Like, it's just you almost need a dictionary. Like, some of the words she uses are like I've never heard persona non grata used in a song before. So like just different things. In the one song she says, compares him to Dylan Thomas and herself to Patti Smith. Like, I knew who Patti Smith is, but I had no idea who Dylan Thomas was, and I had to look that up to like get the reference. So it's and then if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, like, you're not going to go through the effort. You're just going to be like, this is weird. I'm not listening to this. So I get it.
Let me put in my non-Taylor Swift fan here.
Non-Swiftie take.
Yes. I think it is actually really exciting that she dropped a double album for all of the Swiftie fans. And I do think it's like fun that there's so much lore between like all of her songs and all of how the albums connect to each other, how people can like interpret the songs in so many different ways. So cool, Taylor. It's super cool that all the Swifties have this to listen to, but I gotta say, I am so proud that I have not heard a single song from this album on any
Wow.
of my socials, and I don't know how I've been able to avoid it.
Not one.
Not
even the
once.
Post Malone one.
Maybe if it's like on Reels now, I probably have heard it, but I don't think so. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Wow.
It'll probably flood my like For You
Yeah.
page very soon, but
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard a single thing, and I'm gonna live in my happy, blissful land for now.
I do not blame you. I mean, hey, I get it. Like, if Taylor Swift is your thing, awesome. And if she's not, like, she's just not. Like, she's not
Yeah.
for everybody. Just like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Demi Lovato anymore, but a lot of
Oh
people
my god,
are.
I was just thinking that.
I know. I used to love her. I really did, but she's not my cup of tea anymore.
Me too.
I just think it's stupid to like waste your time hating something. And there's some people who are like so gung-ho against her, like to the point where like they make TikToks about it and like just let people have fun.
Yeah.
like it's fine that you don't like them, but just let them have fun. Like
who cares? Yeah.
let the Swifties Swift.
I just don't have like so much time to do that, you know? Like people who have so much
Yeah.
time and effort to like do that, it's crazy.
Yeah. And Adrienne, you're such a good sport.
I'm excited for you. You're my friend, and you're so excited about it. But
I know. I gotta come up with some other pop culture ideas just for Adrienne.
Hey everybody, Liz the editor here. We just wanted to say thanks so much to everyone who listened to our interview with Alex H and for all the positive feedback we received. We really love interacting with our listeners and we really do appreciate all of your messages. We loved getting to interview Alex H and just feel so happy that she was able to open up to us with all of the very personal stories she told. If you haven't listened to them yet, we highly recommend checking out our previous cast interviews with Alex M and Taylor. All of the cast members have been so kind and fun, and we really appreciate them for giving us a little of their time. If you ever want to watch our cast interviews, you can do this through our YouTube channel at Millennial TV Podcast. That's TEAV Podcast on YouTube. And we do have one more Season 2 cast member interview coming up next month, so be sure to stay tuned in for that. We have a feeling everyone is going to be very excited for this one, so make sure you're following us on Instagram to get all the details on that when we make the announcement. Thanks again, everyone. Let's get on to the episode.
So starting off strong on the previously on, Kristin says, prom was nothing but drama, and Jason proved once again what a dog he is. And it shows a nice little clip of him making out with Alex. I thought that was really funny. And that Kristin is so done with Talon. She says she's all about getting a new toy to play with, and she doesn't mean a boy. And I just have to point out, the old Zuzu is finally donezo. If you know, you know. Season 1 Millennial TV, you know about the old Zuzu. Once again, Steven reached out to Lauren, but this time it wasn't Steven that she was interested in. She was about to shock everyone by dating the one guy in Laguna that no one expected. Got that right, Kristin?
Don't you find it so funny how they edit it? They don't even keep it a surprise.
I wish they would have kept it a surprise, like first time viewing it and stuff, because
it was shocking.
It was very shocking. Yeah.
Yeah, they give everything away in the previously ons. It's
yeah.
like, but I guess it gets you excited for like, you're like, how did that happen? You
That's
know what I mean?
true.
So
yeah.
So the first scene is Lauren and the rat, Jen Bunny, and Lauren and Jen are laying out at Lauren's house, and Lauren's in a cute white bikini, and Jen's wearing a yellow one, and I feel like they were so cute. Which one did you guys prefer? Did you notice?
I liked Lauren's white bikini.
I like the white too.
I did too, but I thought the yellow one was cute too. Like normally I don't find Jen's fashion particularly forward. But I was like, oh, that's actually, they both look really cute. So Lauren says she wants to have a party to kick off the summer at her house since everyone is back in town. And Lauren suggests doing a barbecue where they cook food. Like, what else would you do? But she says that they will invite obvious people from their grades that they haven't seen, and a few of the mellow seniors, like Morgan and Taylor and Alex, and Casey, who she loves. And Jen replies, I know you love her, which makes me think that Casey has like a really bad reputation with people, or that she has beef with Casey, which doesn't surprise me because I feel like Casey and Jen are cut from the exact same cloth.
I took it as like Lauren was actually good friends with her.
Yeah.
And so Jen was like, oh, I know, like you've told me so many times, like, oh, I know you love her.
Yeah, it could totally be just that, or it could be shady. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I could see them disliking each other for sure.
Knowing Jen, it's probably shady.
Lauren doesn't care. She likes Casey, and that's it. So.
Yeah.
So Jen then asks, what about younger boys? Oh, what about Jason? And Lauren says with a huge smile on her face, Jason can come. And for this reason, I feel like the scene was a total setup.
This conversation was so staged. Oh my God.
They were definitely already together by the time they filmed this scene because Lauren didn't even know Jason.
Right.
Like, it's just, she has this huge smile on her face. So, yeah, definitely felt like that was a setup. And then Jen says, we're having a party. Hey, Lauren, what comes before part B? And Lauren says, part A, and then like gets the joke and starts laughing.
That was really cute.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the theme song, we get a scene of Steven and Dieter, and Steven and Dieter are walking down to the beach, and we see Steven catching some waves as Dieter watches. And then afterwards, they sit down on the beach, and Dieter says he can't believe it's summer, and Steven says he just wants to chill. Dieter then asks him how it was when Lauren and Kristin came up to his place in San Francisco, and Steven says, it was fine, it was chill. And Dieter says he laughed so hard when he heard, which, yeah, it is pretty funny. Steven says it wasn't like that, but it was a little, I missed a word here, but I think he said awkward with Kristin.
Yeah.
But they've settled down, and he and Lauren are just he and Lauren. They're always good. And then Dieter asks if he's going to hang out with Lauren this summer. And Steven says, yeah, he's going to hang out with her and that he's actually really looking forward to this summer. And Steven says it should be an interesting barbecue tonight at Lauren's. And Dieter says he's been looking forward to everyone hanging out at Lauren's house.
You said that totally wrong, Candace. He
What?
said barbecue tonight.
Yeah. Steven was being his awkward Steven self.
I love pointing that out every time.
I'm super excited about the barbecue. And yeah, so Dieter says he's looking forward to everyone hanging out at Lauren's house and chilling by her pool because it's so perfect. And even as an adult, I am lusting after this party. I want to be there so bad.
Yeah. If I had a friend's house that looked like Lauren's, I would be excited to go to that barbecue too.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Her pool and hot tub are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be there. Like, tomorrow.
Like we saw in the special features in season 1, we got that tour of like their downstairs.
Yeah.
And it had that whole like living room, like games room thing. Like, come on.
Dream house.
Come on.
Perfect party house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So jealous. Oh, Lauren. Or whoever owns it. Can you invite us over?
Yeah. Who lives there now?
Like, if you listen and you live there, invite us up. We'll do a whole live podcast at Lauren's house. It'll be good.
From the jacuzzi.
Yeah. So the next scene is Lauren shopping, and Talon walks in. Just randomly, of course. This isn't set up at all.
As you do.
Yep.
So they share a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and Lauren asks what he's doing, and he says, shopping. And then she asks him, so how the girls treating you, bud? And Talon replies that he's so sick of everything right now. And she always does this with him, but she goes, I'm sorry. Like,
I know. Like, she feels so bad for him. Like, aw, like, you poor thing.
Sorry. Like, it's fine. It's literally like high school girls. Like, what?
Yeah.
So Talon then asks her, what about you? Are you and Steven getting your thing on? Okay, Talon. And Lauren says that no, they're just buds. How annoying to have to consistently answer this question. And
Yes.
it's always the same answer. Like, I would be like, stop having people ask me this. We're nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. So Talon gives her a look that says he totally doesn't believe her. And he says, buddies? Buds? And Lauren says, we're like, good. And Talon says, well, you've always been good. And Lauren says, we're good. We don't have any problems. And Talon says, you never had any problems. And Lauren says, yeah, we did. We had a big problem. And Talon says, what? And Lauren goes, Kristin? And Talon replies, yeah, she's just stupid. felt like a total wild line, or definitely pulled from somewhere else and put there, because it was like so random and out of place. Not like out of place, but it just like...
It didn't sound like it happened in that moment.
No, and I don't think he would have said it, like, to that.
See, but it just came off from prom, and he had a horrible time with her.
Right.
That's true.
Yep.
You're right.
I think.
That's true. So at the end of the scene, Lauren says, hey, I'm having a barbecue this afternoon if you want to come. And Talon says, that'd be sick. And then they go their separate ways because Lauren says she has to go do some shopping.
That was really cute, the way she said it. She's like, I gotta go shopping.
Yeah. I know. It was such a weird, like, why wouldn't you have called Talon and invited him before? Like, it's weird. It was just weird.
That was a, like, wild line, I thought. Her inviting him to the barbecue.
It was 100%, yeah.
Yeah, that was totally random.
Like, her voice even sounded different.
Yes.
Yeah, so weird. It's like, I can't believe I used to buy this all this.
I know.
Oh, it's crazy.
And ate it with a spoon. Like,
yeah.
So the next scene is Kristin and Alex and Jessica, and they are getting into Kristin's car to go somewhere. And Alex points out she has to get it in on the one side because the other side is broken. That poor Zuzu. And Kristin starts her car and it won't start. Jessica says, wait 5 seconds and try again. And it really won't start. So Jessica then asks if it's her oil like last time, and Kristin says no, she's learned her lesson. And then Jessica offers to drive. Kristin says she needs a new car so bad, and Alex says maybe her dad will give in now, and Kristin says she's going to tell him, Dad, guess what? My car won't even start. So you know what? I do need a new car. And then she calls shotgun in Jessica's car.
Annoying. Do you guys think this scene was staged?
I don't know.
I don't know. Kristin looks really frustrated that her car won't start.
But is it such a coincidence that, like, it broke?
While they're filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she's just a really good actress.
Yeah.
I guess not, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So then we jump to Lauren's house, and Steven and Dieter are walking in, and they greet Lauren and Jen with hugs, and Lauren looks so cute. She always does, but she looks so cute in a tank top and a little yellow swimsuit cover-up covering her bottom. She's so cute. Dieter asks if the girls got steaks, and Lauren says no. He then says he's so amped to jump in her pool. And then Lauren and Jen are setting up the food, and Jen says that it's enough food for like 100 people. And Lauren says they invited 15 people. So, I mean, 100 people, 15 people, same thing.
Also, did you catch Steven saying, what's cooking good looking?
No, I didn't, actually.
I don't know who he said it to, but yeah, I wrote that down.
So corny.
I know.
So awkward.
I love it.
I bet his fiance just, like, loves that shit. You know what I mean? Like, she
I hope
probably
she
just
does,
eats
yeah.
that shit up.
I won't lie, I would too. As annoying as he is, it's cute.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I have feelings about Steven, but I could see why people think it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
So Dieter says, let's go swim before they have to cook and people get there. So Steven walks by the desserts and tells Lauren, put one of these in my mouth. And Lauren picks up a little mini brownie and like starts flirtily trying to feed Steven. And I hated every part of it.
No, I wrote in my notes, I'm like, this is so cute.
I also thought it was cute. Yep.
No, I hated every part of it. I was just like, I think it's because I can't stand to watch her like think that he's charming. I'm just like, stop.
See, I thought that he was trying to flirt with her.
I thought so too.
Like, I got that she was just like, he's like, put the brownie in my mouth. And she like went to go feed him and he's like, with his mouth, you know?
One more time, Adrienne.
So gross. But like, he was trying to get her to like flirt with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're trying to like make us think that Steven's trying to engage with her and she's like doing other things, but
I feel like that happened. I don't know. See, either they're really good actors or like Steven really was pivoting to Lauren at this time.
I thought the same thing because his like reactions to watching her and Jason felt really, I felt sad
I
for
don't think
him.
that was real though. I think that
No.
we'll talk about it when we get there, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that they were stringing stuff together.
Yeah.
So then everyone goes for a swim, and Steven and Lauren are flirting in the pool, and Steven picks her up and throws her around, and I still hate that kind of flirting. And we then see people starting to arrive. First is Christina, and then Morgan S., Alex M., and Taylor. And then we see Steven grilling some burgers, and Lauren says, "These are good burgers, Steven." And then Casey arrives, and we see Alex M. make a face, but I think it's really out of place. I don't think that she said anything or made that face at all. So Casey introduces her boyfriend. She's brought with her Justin. And Dieter says he's going to call some more people over as everyone starts to mingle. And Dieter calls Talon, and Lauren asks him who he's talking to. And Dieter tells her that it's Talon and that he's bringing J-Wall. And Lauren says, "Who's J-Wall?" And then someone says, "Jason," but I don't know who it is because it was like really, it's like a really awkward conversation stitched together. And then Lauren says she's been hearing that nickname everywhere. And so we see Talon walk in with Jason and a bunch of other guys asking where the party is. And those guys look so ratchet. Like, they literally look like they're bringing, like, the...
Smirnoff.
Yeah, like, I'm like, oh, God. It smells like a high school party, you know? Like, it's just...
Yeah.
So Talon greets Taylor with a kiss on the cheek, and she says, "Thanks for calling me back, Bubba." What does that mean? Is she genuine or is she being sarcastic?
Stop it. I thought that was so cute. She's just being like flirty, and she's like, "Thanks for ignoring me this whole time and calling me back."
So she is being sarcastic and like flirty.
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I didn't, because the way she says it was weird. I didn't know if she was like genuinely being like, "Thanks for calling me back," or
no.
like. Well, I also noted that Alex M. leaves the second Jason arrives. And I don't know if they stitched that together, but if so, great job.
Yeah.
Because me too, Alex. Me too. So then we see Jason going in for a dip in the hot tub, and Lauren's checking him out, and then she follows him into the hot tub. And then we see clips of Casey and Steven watching it all go down, looking concerned. And I'm like, they don't give a shit. This was so
Yeah,
stitched
all
together.
those reactions, yeah.
So Lauren and Jason are talking in the hot tub, and she says, "You don't say hi to me when you come into my house." And I love Lauren because, like, her flirting is, like, so proper. Like, do you know what I mean by that? She's, like, the sweet, nice, good girl. And so she's like, "You need to say hi to me when you walk into my house. Like, that's just polite." You know? Like, that's her way of flirting, and I just thought that was really cute.
Ew. Okay, I'm like...
I thought it was cute. I don't know.
I'm like, it was so annoying. I'm like, she puts on the baby voice.
Yes.
All the time.
Hardcore, yeah.
And so we hear Jason say, "Of course." And then Casey and her boyfriend are leaving, and Talon says to Taylor, "What a nice guy," super sarcastically. "He seems like your type." And Taylor makes a face and says, "No, he's not. I hate muscles." So obviously no one's a fan of Casey's new boyfriend, Justin.
Yeah.
And I had to look it up because I was like, is this the guy she's married to? Because they look alike.
Same.
Oh, is it?
No.
It's
Okay.
not. Yeah,
No.
it's not her husband, but
Okay.
I had the same question.
But they look a lot alike.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. And I was like, huh. So we see Lauren telling Jason about school before getting out of the hot tub. And then she is like, "Jason, come here." And she wraps a towel around his shoulders, and he asks her if she wants a drag of his cigarette, to which she responds, "No, I don't smoke." Because she, again, is the good girl. And he tells her that's good. And Lauren says, "I know, because it's bad for you." Do you guys not think she's adorable? I thought it was so cute.
See, I thought it was cute, except like, how is she attracted to him? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. He's
Because
like
he's
the
the bad boy, yeah. And
Yeah.
she's never dated a bad boy.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
But like to like flirt over stuff like that, I'm like, ew. But I can't fault her. I mean, at that age, it was probably like cute.
What I love about it is that he likes it.
Oh, he looks like so happy the whole time.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, completely.
He's like, that's good. Like, he
Uh-huh.
likes it so
Yeah.
much. Like, he's so into her.
Yeah.
When they were in the hot tub, the first part, like the way he was looking at her, like he looked so just like,
Enamored.
yeah, it was like I've never seen his face look like that in any of the stuff we've seen. So
Totally.
They really did, like, love each other. Like, puppy
yeah.
love, maybe. But they really did like each other.
Yeah.
do you guys think this is the first time they hung out, or did they know each other? Because of how she was like, "Who's J-Wall?" And like I was always confused about
I
that.
think that she knew of him and who he
Mhm.
was, but I don't think that they ever like
hung out
spent time
one-on-one.
together.
Yeah.
No, and it's like when you go to a party and like you end up talking to people that you never really talked to, like
Right.
that happened to me a lot at parties.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's pretty genuine.
I heard that they actually connected during like a photo shoot for Laguna.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then
Okay.
after that, it was like, ooh, like I'm interested. So like, I don't think they
Yeah.
like hung out before, but like he had caught her eye before then.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
That makes
That
sense,
makes
Yeah.
sense. So we then see everyone hanging out in the hot tub again, and Lauren gets up and moves towards Jason, and he kind of pulls away, and she says, "Jason, don't you want to give me a hug?" And she's like, so, like, her face is so serious. And then Jen Bunny looks over, and she looks very concerned again, another like random look that's stitched together. I don't think people cared this much. Like, they make it look like they're so concerned about Lauren.
Wait, but we gotta call out the rat. This is Jen Bunny, who had already made out with Jason at this point.
When did she make out with Jason?
So the story always goes that like the first time that they saw Jason at a party, Lauren like said that, oh, Jason's cute. And by the end of that night, Jen made out with Jason.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that.
That was the whole story about like how they met Jason for the very first time.
Huh.
So that would have been before this party.
Before.
Obviously, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's
so
crazy.
We're not calling her a rat for no reason, by the way.
I would actually really love to have her on the podcast and hear her side of things.
She won't tell you the truth.
No, but
No.
I want to give her the opportunity to change my mind.
Oh my god. She went on the Hills rewatch podcast, which totally like died off already, but it was so annoying to listen, that episode that she was on, because she just kept like defending herself, and like there was nothing to defend. Like she was just doing such a bad job.
I think that she was just a bad friend at the time and she can't admit it. Like, it's okay. I've done shitty things to my friends in the past, but like you admit it and you move on.
Yeah. But she still can't.
So Lauren asks Jason, "Don't you want to give me a hug?" And Jason's like, "Of course, you look really cute." That's all he tells her is how cute she is. And then they hug and Lauren says, "Thank you." And then he's smoking at the same time and she's like, "Hey, you blowing smoke in my face?" And he's like, "I didn't do that." And then they engage in this playful, flirty struggle over the cigarette, and Lauren's trying to take it from him. And while they're having this exchange, Steven and Talon are both looking sad and concerned. And I'm like, why is Talon being thrown in here?
Yeah, that's funny. I thought Steven looked genuinely like very uncomfortable watching it go down.
Same. Because they all know that Jason's like not a good guy.
Exactly.
So I think part of it too is like, oh God, are we going to see our friend go down this road?
But she's got to learn it for herself.
Which she does.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So then the next scene is Kristin and her dad, and they're driving around talking about what a nice day it is. And her dad says, "This day has new car day written all over it." And Kristin says she's so excited. And her dad starts asking her about what kind of cars the kids at school have. And Kristin says her friends are good with their cars and their parents don't spoil them too much, but other kids have Mercedes, Navigators, BMWs. Like, basically her Isuzu was one of the shittiest cars at school. So her dad says it was a car with training wheels, and she makes a pun and says it was a trooper because her car was an Isuzu Trooper.
Ah, yes.
Next scene is Jason and Talon playing basketball, and Talon asks if Jason had fun at the barbecue, and then Talon says Elsie is so hot, and Jason agrees with him, and Jason says it's weird with Elsie because he chilled with her once, and then afterwards he was like, "Dude." And Talon goes, "You liked her?" And Jason says, "I like that girl." And Talon asks him if he hooked up with her, and Jason says no, but he wants to. I just don't know why, but every time Jason is talking about liking a girl, it's so gross.
I agree, it is.
But he's so genuine every single time, like at the very beginning.
At the beginning, yeah.
But like, why can't it be like, you know, Lauren's so pretty? Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Lauren's so hot.
She's so hot.
Like, did you hook up with her? No, but I want to. Like,
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just gross. Like, it's
Yeah.
boy jargon, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So Kristin and her dad are looking at cars, and they walk into the BMW dealership, and they spot like a white SUV, and Kristin's dad says, "This looks like a good one." And Kristin says it looks like the exact one she has, and her dad says, "You think?" Kristin then gets excited and then starts asking if it's hers. And she gets in the car all excited and says, "This is my car," and then tells her dad, "Thank you," and then takes off in the car.
What does that mean? It looks like the exact one I have.
Yeah.
Because I think it looks like it's the same style as her Isuzu.
No, okay. This is totally staged. I think she said before that either MTV bought her that car or like she had already got the car before this.
Yeah.
So this was like just a setup scene.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Which is why I question whether like her car breaking down earlier was even real.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if they just like did that so that they could like give her a car, you know?
Huh.
We were duped so many freaking times.
Yeah.
I know, it's hard by this point.
Yeah. They also used her saying, "This is my car," like twice, that same exact line. They did that thing again in the same scene. It was like within like 10 seconds of each other. I was like, oh my gosh, stop.
So I was going to say, like, my dad was not that nice to me. He wouldn't have taken me to the BMW dealership and bought me a car, so.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
I mean, my dad loved me, but he didn't love me that much.
We lived in the wrong cities, guys.
Yeah.
We should be able to do that.
Yep.
I had my hand-me-down sister's Nissan Altima. Okay, so. So Kristin is driving off in her car, and she calls Alex H, and Alex asks her if it smells like a yummy new car. And then she tells her she's excited because she knows Kristin is just going to drive her around now, which is what I would also be excited for. And Kristin tells her she's going to pick her and Jessica up at Jessica's house. And then we're back at Lauren's house with Lauren, Jen, and Heidi.
Heidi.
Yes.
It's our first Heidi scene.
Yes.
So exciting. We're getting there.
I know people say she looks so different with like her plastic surgery and everything, but like I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, I don't really see that much of a difference.
She does. Like she definitely looked more average.
Just more natural,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, but it's not like she like the difference wasn't so stark that you like couldn't recognize her anymore.
At first
you know?
it was. At first
you think
it
so?
was. And that first scene with her mom in the hills where she's like, "You don't think I look good?" Like
See, I don't even think so. I was like, it wasn't that different to me.
I thought like her face just looked really like facelifted. Like she looked very like
tight.
Yeah, it was
really
shocking
frozen.
at first, I think. But as it settled, it looked fine.
Yeah. She looks really pretty. She's really cute.
She cute.
Is.
I know.
She didn't need to get anything done.
No, she didn't. But I think she was in Hollywood and she was around all of it. And
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And she says she regrets it. So
yeah. The story of that is like really messed up too. Like if you've read the whole story of that plastic surgery.
Yes,
like,
that guy, the surgeon was like
very shady and like she almost died during it and stuff.
Really?
Like, it's a lot, yeah.
Oh wow.
There was like a whole article about it. You should read it, yeah.
Like
It's
no good
crazy.
plastic surgeon would suggest 10 surgeries at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
Like it was too much. She actually recently went on Trisha Paytas's podcast. Like they did an interview. It was really good to listen to, and she talked about her plastic surgeries actually.
I'll have to listen.
Yeah.
On that, it was funny because she said because of the plastic surgery, she took such a long time to heal that she couldn't focus on her singing career. And so like she's like, I wonder if I never did it, would I have been a successful like pop singer?
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
So here we are, first scene with Heidi, and the girls are laying out and talking about the successful party. And Lauren says, "You can't look for a boyfriend. You can't just want a boyfriend." And Jen says that they were saying that about shoes. And Heidi says that, yeah, you have to wait for the shoes to come to you. You can't just buy them. And then Heidi says that it was actually sunglasses, which I feel like neither of those things. But
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lauren says, "I think it's more like purses, actually." And this is my favorite Lauren quote from Laguna. "You'll always have that one boy that you're comfortable with and that you'll always kind of like. That's your purse that you take everywhere. And then you have that gorgeous bag that you want everyone to see you with." It's true.
Yeah.
So Jen jumps in and says, "Yeah, but the gorgeous bag is usually an asshole." Lauren says, "Or cost a lot of money. And then you have like those other purses that you really like, but you don't want to be seen with."
You know what this always reminds me of is in Sex and the City, in one of the episodes where Charlotte isn't like sleeping with her guy that until they get married or whatever, and Samantha says, before you buy the car, you have to take it for a test drive. That's what I always think of with that. I love that.
I mean, it's a really good analogy.
It's true. Yeah.
Like,
in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
It's for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's serious business.
Yes.
So then Lauren's phone rings and it's Jason, and he asks her what she's doing later, and she says she doesn't know, and then he asks her to dinner. And then she hangs up the phone and she's like, it was Jason, and she looks so excited. And then Jen says that she would never have imagined Jason and Lauren on a date. And I don't think anybody would have at this point. No. And then Lauren says it's been so long since she's been on a date. The last date she's been on was in December. It's really not that long, but okay.
I know.
Yeah.
And then Jen asks if Lauren thinks Steven would care. And Lauren says no. And then Lauren says she's over Steven 102%.
And I totally believe her.
Oh yeah.
A couple episodes ago when they were doing like Valentine's Day, I would not imagine that Lauren would ever be able to get over Steven. But now I totally believe it.
Yeah.
So then we get Lauren and Jason's very first date. It's like the beginning of a epic novel or something. I don't know. But Jason pulls up to Lauren's house in a classic car. And inside, Lauren's parents are asking her about him. And she says, I already told you about him. We're just going to dinner. And I freaking love Lauren's date outfit.
Yes, super cute. Yes, I love it.
The like brown, like flowy top and the jeans and the heels and her hair. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lauren.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Chef's kiss. And Kathy says, that's it. It's just dinner. Very casual. He's a nice boy. Treats you right. Opens your door. And Lauren says, boys don't open doors. And Kathy teases her and said, yes, they do. Will you send him down? I'd like to talk to him. And I loved her parents teasing her. Yes, I thought it was super cute.
It was so cute.
She's like, oh my God, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I love that they're even there talking to her before like her date.
I know.
Yeah.
Candace, I know you said like your dad would have done this with you,
100%.
but like I would have died if my parents like did this. They would have never spoken to me like this.
So my dad, when I was going to prom with the guy that I was like totally embarrassed to go to prom with, I told him, oh my God, I told him to text me when he got there because I was so embarrassed and I like didn't want him to come inside and meet my parents and talk to them. And so I tried to sneakily be like, okay, he's here. And like, I was all dressed and I was like going to leave. My mom and dad were like, no. They're like, he's got to come to the door and come get you. It's prom. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. And so, you know, my dad's like, oh yeah, he's coming to the door. I'm talking to him. Like, you know, whatever. And he's like, I know about prom. I'm like, Dad, oh my God. And so he came to the door and he got me, and my dad didn't say anything, thank God, because he's so like I never know if he's kidding or not. Like he will do stuff just to embarrass me. And so we're walking out back to his car, and he's like, I told my mom that you told me to text you when I got there, and my mom was like, her parents are never gonna let her do that. I was like, damn it.
The parents know. The
yeah.
parents know.
Well, because, I mean, my mom wanted to, like, take pictures and stuff. Like, I didn't want to go to prom, but it was still my first prom.
It's prom, yeah.
You know? So, like, my mom wanted to take pictures and stuff, but I was just like, just text me.
That's so funny.
And I'll come out. Like we were going to the movies or something. I know. I'm such an asshole.
Funny that you thought that would actually work.
I know. My mom was like, excuse you. It's like, oh, you guys like want to talk to him? Oh, okay. It's awkward. So then Lauren goes off with Jason and they're riding in his cute little classic car. And Jason asks if she's okay. And she says, yeah, I'm in an awesome car with a cute boy. And Jason says that it's a nice day out and he's hot. And Lauren says, well, they're in a hot rod. And then Jason tells her, you better have fun tonight. And Lauren says, are you kidding? I'm with you.
I know.
Yeah.
And Jason says, aw, that was cute. Like, it's crazy, like, how into each other they are. Like, these are simple things to say, and they're both just like, I got you're so cute.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so genuine and it's so cute, but it's like so much that we're cringing so much watching this,
it's
you
too
know?
much. Yeah.
I always think like they probably don't watch these episodes or like rewatch this show. Like if you were in it, you probably have no desire to like relive it. But like I always think like, how terrible would it be to have your first date with like your first love,
Gosh,
like on TV or like on DVD? Like I could never watch that.
Just like immortalized.
Yes.
Forever. Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have watched it a ton when we were actually together. But like, you know,
I cannot imagine. Yeah. Oh, also, I think that car is kind of ridiculous. Like every time I see that, I'm like, why did he bring that? And I would feel so unsafe driving in that thing.
And then when she gets in, she's like, there's no seatbelts. Is that legal?
How are they driving that down the highway?
I
like,
know.
what the heck?
It looks very scary.
It's cute because he was like trying to impress her.
For sure. Yeah.
But I would have been like, dude, my hair, the wind.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Think about these things.
I'd be like, this is an unsafe boy putting me in an unsafe car.
Yeah.
We're fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not party poopers at all.
No.
So they get to the restaurant and Jason is already calling her hun. And he says,
immediately,
you want to sit there, hun? I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay. She's already earned hun status, so we know where this is going. And so then the next scene is Dieter and Steven, and they're eating at Wahoo's Fish Tacos. Have either of you guys had Wahoo's?
I have.
I never have. And every time I see it on the show, it looks really good.
It is good.
I don't even know what it is.
So it's a California thing, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta have it the next time I go there.
Yes. Very good fish tacos. Yeah.
So Dieter tells Steven he heard the most standard stuff about Lauren from Jen. Standard. What does that
Standard.
mean?
Yeah.
Because the standard means like, you know, normal.
I don't know.
So he tells Steven she's going on a date with J-Wall. Steven says, wait a minute, rewind. And Dieter says he swears and that he heard it from Jen. And Dieter says, it sucks, dude. She's my best chick friend. But it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? She's setting herself up. He's a player. And Steven just says, good luck. And Dieter says he can't imagine their date. It's the most odd couple.
I agree. Yep.
True dat.
True.
Yeah. But I do like, I don't know, I always have a soft spot for Dieter. So I like that he's like, she's my best friend, but like, what am I supposed to do? I can't tell her not to date him because like,
Yeah, I wonder if he tried to talk to her about it at all and she just like shut it down, or if he just was like, there's no use,
I can see him trying, but then like seeing that she wouldn't entertain the conversation at all, like he probably backed off.
Yeah. So back to Lauren and Jason at dinner, and Jason tells her she looks really cute while he's staring at her with these dreamy eyes. And she smiles and laughs back at him, and Jason then just says, wow. And so cheesy. And Lauren asks him, why did you say wow? And he says, because I'm with you.
Oh my God. This whole time, by the way, he looks so sweaty.
He's nervous.
Yeah.
It's hot out. He's nervous. He likes her. He's just so sweaty.
And then Lauren smiles and looks down at her drink, and she does this cute little like head shake thing. And Jason's like, that was the cutest thing. I don't know. And she does this head shake thing. I don't know. But Jason thinks it's cute. And he says, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she's like, what? And he says, you. And she says, what did I do? I just have to say, like, watching this scene, first of all, he really knows how to turn it on. Because, like, I know he's a player, but even I was falling for him in this scene. Like, I'm like, oh, I keep telling her how cute she is. And, like, he keeps saying all the right things. Like, him saying that was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life would have totally got me. Because it was just something, like, random that she did. You know what I mean? Like, that's the cutest when a boy tells you, like, that he likes, like, something that you do all the time and it's just a you thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would have died. Melted on the floor right there. Like, so I was like, I get it. Totally get it. And then, so Jason asks Lauren if she wants to go to the hot tub. And then they leave dinner. And on the way to the car, Jason tells her he had a nice time. And he says, thank you.
Before they get up to go to the car, there's this shot of like Lauren laughing and touching her head. And, like, you know, we talked about them reusing clips. They literally reuse that same clip within, like, 5 seconds of each
Oh
other.
my gosh, really?
It was the exact
Of her
same
touching
thing.
her head?
Yeah, and, like, laughing.
I'm gonna have to go back and
They're
see
getting
that.
worse. Yeah, they're getting worse.
Somebody was
so
lazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, no one will notice this.
Yeah. So then Kristin picks up Alex H and Jessica in her new car. And Jessica tells her she looks so cute in it, which is so funny because that's literally the most important part about a car. As a teenager,
Yeah.
for me anyway, I was like, I'd look so cute in a Volkswagen Beetle. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that was like my dream car, and they're so useless. But like,
Yeah.
that was my dream car. I wanted a light green one.
I had a friend who had that color, like the mint green. Yeah.
Yes.
I would have been so happy to see you guys driving that because, like, me and my friends would be like, punch buggy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so painful.
Yes.
Yeah. People don't really drive those anymore.
No.
They don't make them anymore either.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Was it like a cheap car?
I don't think so.
Is that why so many teenagers got it?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I really wanted that. So, and I was like, I look so cute in it. So the girls then check out the car together, and Kristin says that it hasn't hit her that this is what she's going to be driving to school in every day. And then she shows them the sunroof and then accidentally turns on the windshield wipers and the fluid and can't turn it off.
So do we think that this scene was fake too then? Or do we think this one was real? Because of the other ones, you know? Like, did she have the car?
I think she was showing them the new MTV car that she got.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I feel like this was real.
Okay. Because I thought so too. But now talking about the other scenes, I'm like, I don't know. I think it was real.
So then back at Lauren's house, Lauren and Jason pull up and the song You and Me by Lifehouse starts playing in the background. And it's so romantical. And then they get into the jacuzzi and Lauren tells Jason that she has fun with him. And then she stands in front of him and starts playing with his hair. And then Jason stands in front of her and kisses her and then asks her if she wants to go in the pool. And so they go in the pool. And we see more flirting and more kisses before we hear Lauren say, come on, let's go in. And then she leads him inside the house and the episode ends.
Can we not gloss over the fact that this is her parents' home? That she's bringing her boyfriend to, and like, I am not letting my parents catch me flirting with like a boy in their hot tub like that. Oh my god. Also, they kiss in the hot tub, and it feels like this wasn't their first date. Like, it feels like they've like been out before.
I don't know, they're really like chaste kisses. They weren't like making out, so like, I don't know, it could have been a first date.
I don't know. Hot tub on a first date feels like so intimate to me.
She hot tubs with her friends all the time, though. She hot tubs with Steven. And
he had already been there and stuff, so he already knew her house.
Maybe it feels different if you, like, have in that lifestyle, but, like, it feels so...
It's Lauren's house, and I feel like they all, like, expected it when they're hanging out with Lauren. Like, let's go chill in the hot tub, you know?
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Because he brings it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. The audacity.
Yeah,
Let's go hang out at your
hot tub. And then, like, did I invite you to my hot tub?
Yeah.
I wonder if he had his bathing suit and the little tiny hot rod. Like, you know, he had to have had it with him.
He's wearing it under his pants.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like, I'm ready.
I feel like they're the kind of rich people that would have, like, a drawer of guest suits.
Extra bathing
my
suits.
God.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I had friends like that where, like, I would go to their house and they'd have a pool and then we'd decide we wanted to go swimming and I didn't have a suit and they'd be like, oh, don't worry.
Oh, wow.
Let me get you a guest suit. Yeah, I had a friend who was actually, like, pretty well off and they had a pool and I never had a swimsuit when I went over there. And these were, like, swimsuits with tags on them.
Stop it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
I wasn't wearing, like, some other person's swimsuit.
Wow.
Okay, I would never bring a swimsuit there either then.
Yeah. And I mean, I didn't get to keep it. Like, they would keep it. But, you know, like, it
Still,
always had a tag on it. So, like,
Wow.
they were rich, so, you know.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Man.
Cupertino.
I know. I'm like, that's when you know that you've made it, when you can buy your kids' friends swimsuits for when they don't bring theirs.
Dude, even having enough towels for everyone, like, that's a win.
Yeah.
Having a pool in general, okay?
Yeah.
And, like, an in-ground pool, not, like, one that you put in yourself, you know?
Oh, my God.
That and the refrigerator that makes crushed ice.
I still don't have that.
I still don't have it either. when I was in California, Kelsey and I were watching Unexpected, and they had a refrigerator that had a tablet on the front, and it showed you what was in your refrigerator.
I've seen those before. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And you can like order food off of Amazon, like on your fridge.
What the shit?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And you can like check your Facebook.
What?
I always joked like, hang on while I get my sandwich, I have to check my Facebook real quick.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Fuck?
I know.
I was like, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen. Whatever. Also, we're living in like the future, my friends, because I also saw on Amazon there's a toaster that has a tablet on it, and you can pick how toasted you want your thing from the pictures.
Well, that's cool.
That's too funny.
I need these things. Anyways, did you guys have a favorite outfit?
Mine was tied. There were two of Kristin's in the episode. In the scene where her car breaks down, she's wearing an Astro Burger t-shirt, and I thought it was super cute. And then when they went car shopping, that like yellow tank top she had on was
that was cute too.
The polka dot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wrote that yellow top from Kristin, and then Lauren's whole date outfit.
Mm-hmm. That's
was like the winner for me.
Yeah, definitely Lauren's date outfit. I think she looked so cute. I also liked the she had her bikini, the white bikini on, and the white tank top, and the yellow swimsuit cover at the party. I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's all the ones that I really liked. I also kind of like Jen's yellow bikini at the beginning, but
Ooh.
I never really want to. I know. I never really want to call out Jen for anything, but I did like that yellow on her. She wears yellow a lot because she wore a yellow prom dress.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, it is a good color on her.
Yeah, it's all right. Did you guys have a favorite moment?
I put seeing Heidi for the first time, knowing that like we'll see her for the rest of like the hills, and
that was cool.
I feel like we will dislike Heidi eventually when we like get to the hills, but like it was really cute to see her for the first time.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't have like a one particular moment, but I think my favorite part is just everyone's like, what the heck reaction to Jason and Lauren hooking up. Like everyone in the episode kind of felt, I feel like how all of us felt. They're like, what is happening right now?
I liked that moment with Taylor and Talon at the party where she's like, no, he's not. I don't like muscles. I just thought it was cute and random.
Yes.
Did you guys feel like this episode was like shoving Kristin's new car in?
Like an ad or something?
I know. Just like trying to make it fit as a storyline.
Like it seemed out of place a little bit.
And like they would show like Lauren and Jason on a date, and then all of a sudden I'm looking at Kristin and her new car, and it was like,
that's
no one
true.
cares.
Yeah, that's fair.
They just needed a reason for her to be in the episode.
Yeah, that's all I had to say about that. But I just was like, okay, great. It's a good episode. It's the start of some things.
Yes.
We're in for it, you guys. We're in for
it's exciting.
Season 2 is coming to an end quick.
Season 2 never stops like giving us, you know, the good content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because up until the end, it's like good stuff, and they don't just repeat like Jason. I mean, I guess they kind of do, but like it's not Jason, Jessica, and Alex being in that triangle again. It's like new stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all so good. Thank you for tuning in to Millennial TV. If you like what you hear, we do this every week, so please subscribe or follow anywhere you podcast. We love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to reach out to us at millennialteav@gmail.com. That is millennialteav@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram. We are Candace, Liz, and Adrienne, your Millennial TV hosts, and we will see you next week.